to order rational numbers when we're talking about fractions, decimals, and percents, we're going to follow the same strategy we always follow when we have different forms of numbers. We are going to convert all those numbers to decimals because that makes it the easiest way, I think, to compare them. If you have another strategy, that's great, but this is mine and I think it works. So that's the one I'm going to teach you. All right, so we have 34%. I'm going to start by listing the numbers down the page because I want to be nice and organized, because I want to line up the places once I make the decimals. And so I like to draw little arrows. Okay, this one already is a decimal, so I can just go ahead and write it down. It's 38 hundredths. 34%, to change percents to decimals, you take it and you divide it by 100, okay? So you do 34 divided by 100 is 0.34, or 34 hundredths. You could have also taken the decimal and moved it 2 places to the left, okay? 1/4, to change a fraction to a decimal, you do numerator divided by denominator, so that is 25 hundredths. And the whole number 2 I'm going to put here, but since I have numbers going to the hundredths place here, I'm going to put that going to the hundredths place as well. That way everything has the same number of decimal points and I don't run the risk of making a mistake because I don't have the correct number of decimal points. So now I look and I see, okay, what one is the smallest? Well, 25 hundredths is the smallest. And next I have 34 hundredths, and then 38 hundredths, and then 2 wholes. So when I do my answer, I need to make sure I use these original numbers in my answer. So my answer would be 1/4, 34%, 38 hundredths, and 2. So go ahead and pause the video and do the same thing for this list. Put 76%, 73 hundredths, and 3/4 in order from least to greatest. And then restart the video to check your work. All right, so we're starting by listing because we like to be organized because we make less mistakes when we do that. All right, 73 hundredths is already in decimal form, so I can just go ahead and write that down. 76%, I can divide it by 100 to make it to a decimal, but I also know I can just move the decimal 2 places to the right, and that will put it in decimal form. And so that's 76 hundredths. 3/4, to change a fraction to a decimal, I do numerator divided by denominator, and I get 75 hundredths. And so then I look, and 73 hundredths is the smallest, 75 hundredths is next, and then 76 hundredths. So I'm using my original numbers for my answer, and so my list should be 73 hundredths, 3/4, and 76%. So when you are ordering rational numbers and you have different types of numbers, your first step should be to change all of the numbers to decimals and then compare them.